I didn't really want to do it as such. It kind of came in. There was a script, and it got. They decided not to go with it, but at a very late date. But they still wanted to keep our release date because of the 50th anniversary being in 2016. And it just came down to, JJ and Lindsay Weber at Bad Robots sort of saying, "Do you want to do this?" And it felt like someone giving me the keys to the most amazing vehicle ever, and me going, "No, thanks." I mean, I felt like saying no thanks would be ridiculous. I want to drive this thing. Sure, I might crash it into the wall and die horribly, but I can't say no. So, fortunately, I think we only dented it in a minor way.
I enjoyed Beyond. I thought.
No, I'm very happy with Beyond, and I think what Doug and I did was to approach it like a big episode of the show, to try and structurally build it like an episode of the original series, and have it be a single adventure. And explore some of the interesting relationships that within the Star Trek crew that maybe haven't been explored before. We felt like Spock and Kirk had been a little played out in the other two, so let's put him with Bones and have that fantastic dynamic play out a little more, clearly. It was hard work. Justin Lin is a fantastic guy, and but at first, I didn't know what he wanted, and Doug didn't know what he wanted. Justin sort of is a visual communicator. It's hard to sort of like, when he tells you what he wants, you're like, huh? And so we all had to learn each other's processes, and that was at times maddening. And there were people banging on the door saying, "How many spaceships do we need to build? What does this planet look like? How many aliens are in that room?" And you're like, "I don't know. I don't know what I have for breakfast. What are you asking me that for?" But when we finally got onto the shoot, and we had a rough, pretty much, a shooting script, loosely described as.
Were you writing on the set as well?
Every day, because we'd look at the schedule and go, "Okay, we got this scene and this scene tomorrow. Let's stay up till midnight and make sure it's absolutely right." I remember texting Chris Pine at like 3 o'clock in the morning, going, "No, Kirk will say this. Don't say that. Say this."
So you were, it's not like you were like absolutely reshuffling things. You were just polishing more.
It was all about polishing. We had the shape and the structure and the events, but it was about finessing the dialogue, the character interactions, the motivations, all that stuff. That was just like every single day of the shoot we wrote.